Welcome to my YouTube channel Marketing 5.0. Thanks Machan continuously watching my videos, subscribing to my channel and giving comments and suggestions. So as you see, we are releasing series of videos. So now we are in a 6 series. So we launched a series of videos on marketing strategy, then cleared or explained technology in marketing, marketing innovation, and now we are in Know Your Consumer. So in this series, we have seen videos related to know your consumer, consumer psyche and consumer involvement, the consumer behavior and consumer buying process with a very new unique model called PATSUP model. So in this line, we talk about the consumer loyalty, know your consumer loyalty. So which is the holy grail of today's business. If a company could understand the loyalty aspects, how a consumer exercises a loyalty toward a product, a service, or a brand, or a company, then it really actually lead to a growth of the particular company. So now in this video today, we talk about what are the enablers of consumer loyalty. So how a company can focus on achieving the loyalty behavior from the consumers, and what are the aspects they have to focus on. So that is what we will be seeing today. So as you see today, we all know the very important aspect of any business is a product or service or a brand which the company needs to develop. But ultimately, if you ask any consumer actually why you are buying the particular product, why you're going for service, why you're going for the particular brand, why you're going for the particular company, or why you're going for the particular store or any entity, the first question which comes to they will answer is the quality. But again, you talk about the quality is a very qualitative term which has a very different dimensions. So the quality has a different dimensions. If you take a product, it has dimensions of the product design, the future specifications, the performance aspects. If you're going for a service, then the offerings and the experience. So the quality is something which is a very qualitative term, and it's a relative term which consumer normally understands from their perception. So very difficult to standardize the quality aspects. But if you ask anyone actually why you keep on going for the particular, like brand, product or service or store, they say one word is quality. But now, so in this video, we will see, because I come out of an equation, how you can define the quality. See, if a company can understand how actually the consumers perceive the quality, then they can actually easily identify that particular aspects and offer to the consumers and elicit the loyalty from the consumers. So that is where if you see the equation here, what we talk about, the Q is equal to EP is equal to P. So what is this equation? So as you see Q, we all know Q means quality. But what is the EP? So how a consumer will measure a quality by the expected performance. If a consumer buying any product, so they will go for a performance from the particular product. And when they're going for services, they're looking for an experience. So you can say EP or E for a product or a service. And how they measure this expected performance or experience with what? That is where the P comes. So what is P? A price. So all of us will measure the quality by paying the price for a particular product or services and what we are getting out of it. We call it as expected performance or price. Suppose if we are getting more expected performance for the product we buy, for the price we pay for, we always say it's a high quality. Suppose if you are getting a low expected performance, then you say it's low quality. The same case for your service expected experience, low quality or high quality. So we always gauge and measure with the price we pay for. So that is where you see the quality is always measured with the expected performance and what the price the consumer pay for the particular product, service or a brand. Suppose a consumer buying a very expensive brand, so definitely it should have a perceived value. Apart from physical value, a perceived value. Suppose you are buying a new Gucci bag, the design And if your friends appreciate that, definitely the perceived value of the product goes high. But suppose if the friend, so though the quality of the product, the bag is very good, the friends does not appreciate. So then the perceived quality of the particular the bag will go down. So the number one aspect which the company needs to focus is to identify how a consumer perceives the quality, and in this equation which clearly states. Number two is a value. So the value is something which consumer has to feel. So how the consumer will feel the value once they get the quality, as we see in this particular equation, and that particular like expected performance or experience should give a satisfaction to consumer. I should feel satisfied. So I got this product, service, I got the performance of what to pay for, and I should satisfy. So that is where the consumer will see the value in that particular product, service, or a brand. So then that particular value is very, very important. So that is the second stage of winning the loyalty of consumer. The first thing, the company needs to offer the quality. Number two, the company needs to make the consumer see the value in that particular product, service, or offerings to the consumers. And how we will see the equation of the value here, quality plus satisfaction. And final aspect of winning the hearts and minds of consumers, the loyalty, is the trust. So the final aspect of any loyalty enabler is a trust. So how a company can build a trust in the minds of consumers, that is where the value plus happiness comes. So the value, we know actually it is a quality plus satisfaction plus the happiness. It's not only the satisfaction which makes consumer to gain trust and exercise trust, and they should feel happy. So when I'm going to buy the particular product, service, repeatedly going to the store or acquiring the brand, internally I should feel happy about it. So the inherent happiness is very, very important. That is where the consumers are transforming into fans. You see, the fans are someone actually, we know the fans for the clubs or for the celebrities. See, whether the clubs are doing well or do not do well, they win or lose, the consumers will cheer for them. The same way the celebrities, whether they perform well or do not perform, there are fans who cheer for them. The same way, here the consumer should transform into the fans. That is where the ultimate trust is gained. The consumer should feel happy and proud to be associated with a particular brand or a company or a product or service. So ultimately, the trust is a very important aspect which wins the loyalty of the consumers. So how a company can achieve this trust and value plus happiness. So you have to create happiness in the minds of consumers. So it's not only the happiness you are offering only through your product, service, or a brand, but you should also give the other offerings to consumers which makes them happy. So constant excitement and surprises are the very key aspects you can focus on to create happiness in the minds of consumers. So the happy consumers are productive consumers. They will come back for more, and they will talk about your product, service, and brands to the peer groups. They become referrals and brand ambassadors and evangelists. Even some consumers even become evangelists. So this is where you are making consumer not only as your consumer, you are making them as your partner in your business, partner in your growth. So that is where the creating the trust in the minds of consumers are very, very important. So now we see very clearly what are the enablers of consumer loyalty here. So starting with the quality, we saw the equation here. The quality, how it is measured based on the expected performance for the price what the consumers pay for. The next aspect is the enabler is the value, which is measured through the quality plus satisfaction, and finally the trust. So value plus happiness. So these are all the stages you see. It's not only the performance, and it should create a satisfaction, and finally the consumer should feel happy about using the product, service, or a brand. So this shows very clearly how the consumer's loyalty can be developed by using these enablers. So this kind of videos I develop, it's not only focusing on the practicing managers, anyone who want to do business. It's also focus on businessmen, students and academicians. So all can get benefit out of this type of videos. So as you all know, these videos are very unique and my original thinking, thought process, and trendy and futuristic. So once again, thanks Machan, continuously watching my YouTube channel Marketing 5.0 and keep watching and please subscribe and please share with your network and take benefit out of it. Once again, thank you much.